Hello there. It is time for happy hour. And I've decided I'm going to open this up. Barbara Gilbert sent this to me. This is a flat rack attack, so I figured I would save it and do a happy hour. So I'm sure I'm going to be surprised. I kind of peeked and thought, okay, it looks like some fun stuff. So, but first I'm noticing all this stuff on the envelope, which I love. So I'm going to have a lot of fun using all that up. So let's see what she has sent here. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Wow. Oh my goodness. Woohoo. Yay. That is so cool. Those are beautiful. Look at these beautiful butterflies. A whole stack of them. That's nice. And some jars. That's pretty. Oh, and a jar with a cute little topper. That is adorable. There's a lot of stuff in here. Some frames, which I love to make embellishments with. That is awesome. These are really pretty. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so beautiful. Wow, all these swirlies. Oh, this is going to be so fun to play with these. All right, I'm definitely going to have to pull out my special book to hold these in so they don't get broken. Yep. Because I don't want them to get broken. I want to be able to use them because they're so beautiful. Okay, well, let's get this off. Okay, another framey. All right, so that one I was able to separate. That's good. That is so cool. Look at that. What a neat vine. Oh, my goodness. That is so cool. That's the same thing, I think. Yep. That is so pretty. Wow. Ooh, that's really cool. These are fun. Oh, that's the same thing. Okay. It's just twisted over. Oh, no, that is a different one. Isn't that pretty? Wow. All right, I need to pull out my book so I can separate them because I don't want them to get broken. And if I set them on top of each other, like I'm doing, they're going to get ruined. So I'm going to pull out this book because this is where I like to separate them with. So I'm going to just go ahead and start from the back here and put these in there. Because even if they hang out and over, that's okay. At least that way they'll be safe in this book. So that, oh, that is so pretty. And this, that is so beautiful. And I think that's what this is, isn't it? I'm not sure. These are really pretty. But I don't want them to get tangled with each other. So that way, if I do this, that'll be better. Is that the same one? Yep, that's the same one. Alrighty. And another one of those great big leaves. Those are so pretty. Oh, that looks like a teddy bear head. That is adorable. One more jars. Oh, another butterfly. And a star. Oh, I love these shapes and frames. That's really a different frame. That's pretty. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. All these big ones and little ones. That's really, oh my goodness, look at them all. I'm so playing with frames today. Yay. Oh, Barbara, this is wonderful. How exciting. Holy cow. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a cool one. Look at that. That is so pretty. That's really neat. I better put that in the book too. Yep. And these will all go in the book. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Those are really pretty. Wow. Oh, I love them. You have some really cool supplies. Thank you so much for sharing with me. This is so exciting. Wow, wow, wow. These are so cool. Oh, isn't that pretty? And frame stickers, that's fun. Oh, these are really cool looking. Thank you so much. And more stamps. Yay. Perfect. Oh my goodness, look at them all. Yeah. Oh, that is such a big help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been saving these for me. I appreciate it. All right, so that is so cool. Oh my goodness. Here, let me get a screenshot of this real quick. There. All right, before I put it all away. All right. Ta-da! That is so exciting. All right, so these can go right in the jar. There. Perfect. And I can play with that later. This is so fun. Oh my goodness. These are so dainty and delicate. Yep, that's the same one. So, so pretty. Oh my goodness. These are gorgeous borders. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so these can go in here. Yep. Alrighty. And then all of these. Those are so pretty. I have a hard time lifting stuff lately, picking stuff up. That's funny because I just as I'm saying that, I'm picturing my grandma, both of my grandmothers, licking their fingers and picking everything up, playing cards. Oh my goodness, they both, Grandma June loved to play cards with us. So she would lick her finger and pick those cards up. That is really cool paper. I almost want to say it's like a, I don't know, like a mulberry type paper or raffia. That's really strange. Huh. That's neat though. All right. So what are we going to make? Let me see. And we've got these fun things in there, and we've got all these too. Wow. This is going to be so much fun. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's pick a frame. Let's see. Let's pull out all the biggest frames, because those will definitely get ruined if I don't use those first. So that's a good place to start, is by getting all the biggest frames out here, because the smaller ones can be put back in the envelope and they would be okay. But the bigger ones, the more you pull them in and out, the worse they'll get. Alrighty, so I guess we're using all the big ones. Okay, and then all these can go back in there for now. There, so let's put these back in. Perfect. Alrighty, and that, and these, that's really pretty. And this, and I'll leave those out. Okay, there. So now we've got all of these that we can play with. And stickers that can go back in there too. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to move these over here. Actually, I should put them up there so that's off of my gluing pad here. And I need a card. So let's pull out a card and let's see what we're going to do. All righty. That's really pretty. So that's a little bit too big for on there, but that's okay, because I love to cut these in half anyways. So that's always so much fun to do. All right, so let's cut this in half. All righty, so that's about 4.5 inches. So 2 1/4 inches right there. Ta-da! All righty, we can play with that now. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's cool. Huh. That's actually really cool. I'm kind of liking that, and I'm thinking I could put a strip on either side. I think I want to do that. I've never done that before. That is fun. I just need to find something to go on either side. Here's a couple pieces of pinkish purple. And that sure does match, doesn't it? So I could certainly move that over. That is pretty cool. I'm going to do that. All right, now this one is uneven, so I want to cut this. There. that one. This one looks okay. No, I guess that one is kind of crooked too. All right, well, good thing I'm looking. Cool beans. All right, now let's put this together. I think that's going to be pretty. Let me turn these this way. That's better, okay. All righty, so we're going to put that on either side. And then we're going to crisscross that circle. That's going to be fun. Alrighty. So my husband brought back what he called, I'm pretty sure I got the last bit now, from Connecticut. And I was looking at the pile of stuff that he brought in from the car, and most of it's stuff I wanted to be thrown away. He forgot. So he brought it all the way back here. But that's okay. I'll just have to let him know gently which items can be thrown away. I'm very blessed to have him as my husband. He's a very kind and generous and sweet man. He's like a big old burly bear with a soft, gentle heart. And he's honest. That's something that I've always really admired about him, is he's a very honest person. Yep, that looks like a cool card. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Turn that over and let's give that a nice little back rub. That is so cool. I am loving this card. Ha! I found a new way to use big circles on a card. That's really cool. Okay, now I want to look. I'm looking at these thinking that would be pretty to do butterflies. Blue and pink card. That's pretty. Ooh. And it's light. I do like that. That's pretty. I was thinking either that or maybe one of these gorgeous stickers because they're so pretty. But I think I'm going to go with the butterflies. That's just so pretty. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, I'm going to squirt a little glue out here. And this is just Elmer's glue. See, I put it on the side so I know this is my Elmer's glue. So, and what I'm going to do is, I took a little baster and I cut the top off. And this works so well. So that way I can pick the glue up off of there and tap it on here. And then I can pick this up and move it over here. Ta-da! And that works awesome. That's so pretty. What a neat looking card. Thank you again, Barbara, for sharing your supplies with me. This is just so much fun. I love getting stuff like this. Okay. That should do it. Ta-da! Oh, yes. Perfect. Alrighty. That is really pretty. Now I need some gems in the middle, and I'm seeing pink gems right there. That would be perfect. So let's get some gems. And I'm thinking maybe pick one right there or one on the head. I like that size better, okay. Nope, I'm going to put it right there. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. That's funny how as soon as the bling goes on, those butterflies just pop right off of that page. Aren't they pretty? What a nice looking card. I like that. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty, and then it just needs something on the inside and a little something, I don't know, a little word or something. Is that pink? It's pink and blue. What? I'm in here. Okay, there's a pink. I can use that one. Come here. I'm being meowed at. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. What? What? What do you want? What do you want? I've been having to lock him out of here at night, out of my craft room, which he does not appreciate at all. But he keeps finding plastic zippy bags and chewing on the zipper portion of the bag. And I don't like him doing that. That is pretty. I like that. Yep. Alrighty, so we did that. We've got another nice big pink frame. Looks like that's where that circle came from. So we can use this one too. You're as good as I am, see? Not as bad as I am, as good as I am. You saved these frames with stuff that came out of the middle. That's awesome. Okay, let's grab another card. And we could certainly, I wonder what that would look like to crisscross it. That would be interesting. Huh. All right, so this is 5, so at 2.5. Voila. Let's see what that would look like. Oh, that's actually really cool. Looks like a shutter card. That is neat. Oh my goodness. Huh. And then I'll just have to have something down on either side. I was going to pick this up to drink from it. I guess I'm thirsty. That is pretty. All right, what else do I have? Do I have anything else in here that I can use up? Nope, I don't. Okay, now, I didn't get solids, so I have strips. Let me see, that's pink. Let me look in the pink. Pink and see if I've got anything solid in here. That matches. I could use that. All right, that's solid enough. Let's see. We need it 5.5 inches. There. 5.5 inches. Ta-da! And then we need about 1/2 inch. There we go. And then 1/2 inch. Before I cut that, let's see if that's all I need. I might need a little bit more, because 1/2 inch would be here, and that would be there, and then 1/2 inch. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay, so we'll do that. So go ahead and cut this down, line that up, trim that down. And we've got our smaller piece for the inside we can use already. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So together we've learned a new trick. That's really really neat. I like the way that looks. That just came out so cool. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's put this along the edge. That is so pretty. All righty, there. Now we can glue these ones down. And these are kind of slick, so I'm wondering if I shouldn't put some double stick tape on them and glue. That might be a good idea. I'll use the skinny one and put it down the center. Down the whole length. From here to here. Yep, that'll be perfect. That's a good idea. Perfect. All right. Then we can peel this off. Come on, off, off, off. There. All righty. Then get some glue on there. That's really pretty. I like that. Alrighty, then we got to do the same thing with the other side. Who would have thought? Crisscross them. It's funny how these ideas seem to come. That's why I like to do this type of challenge. Just open it up and just start playing. Why not? Okay, I want to make sure that's lined up. It's going crooked for some reason. There, that's going to stay there. Okay, there, that's better. So that's why, because it's off a little bit right there. So I need to trim that off. I can deal with that. Voila. Perfect. All right. I don't know where that flew to, but it flew over here in the corner. It will be found later, I'm sure. Nice. All right. That is pretty. We can put this back. We can put this on the inside up at the top, so that way that will match. Nice. Turn that over, give everything a nice back rub. Perfect. All right, now we need to put something on there. So now I'm looking at these, thinking maybe I could put one of these on here. Ooh. That'd be pretty. I'm thinking if I did this one, I could do these two butterflies on it. And then put maybe that one on there. That would be pretty. Or this. That's really pretty. Yep, let's get that. Oh, where's my... There it is. Don't want to cut into the stuff that's inside there. So, let's get this out. Perfect. Alrighty dighty. And then I get to fussy cut that. So we got very disappointing news. My daughter's surgery was supposed to be this week on her clavicle and thoracic area. And the doctors had to give all of his patients to, something happened. We don't know what happened, but all of his surgeries have been shifted to other surgeons, all but my daughter's, because hers is too unique. So, and they don't have anyone in this immediate area that can do the surgery besides him. So they're looking elsewhere. So of course my daughter is very devastated by this news. That really stinks. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh yes. That's cool. I like this. It's so, she's just so down. It's so hard to see her like that. It's going to be hard too because she's not supposed to fly. So if she's got to travel, it's going to have to be in the car, which is scary. Because where the seatbelt pulls down over her shoulder, it goes right over her clavicle area. The exact area where it's right over her heart. So if anyone were to have to slam those brakes on, then we've been told that she could actually die. So that's scary. So, but we've got to figure this out one day at a time and see what they can do. She can't go to the emergency room either. And that's the other problem, is because her immune system is so low that the doctor said to keep her away from the emergency rooms. So if her pain level goes up in the meantime and she's not able to keep that under control, then she was, thank goodness, given a doctor that could do emergencies out of the hospital, out of the ER. So thank goodness for that. Yup. Scary, scary business, I'll tell you. That is really pretty. I like that. Isn't that pretty? All right. Now I'm thinking, I think I want purple. Just do pink. We got the pink out. Let's just do the pink. Why not? That's here already. So if you could keep her in your thoughts and prayers, I would really appreciate it. She's really struggling against wanting to shut down at this point. So I think prayer is going to be the best choice at this point. These came out nice. I'm actually really impressed. What do you think of those? Aren't they pretty? Yes, yes, yes. I'm impressed. And that's why I figured I would sit down at my desk today and do a video. Because I need a break. And I'm trying to keep my mental sanity. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, these are so pretty. All right. That needs to be straightened on that edge. Nice. May as well check them all while I'm here. So I was talking to my sister-in-law the other day, my oldest brother's wife, and we realized both of us have a child with severe immune systems that are not working. Yep, too many questions unanswered. Yep. All right, maybe I'll cut it this way. So this is what? Probably 5 inches. Nope, 4 3/4. Okay, so 2 1/4. And then a little bit more. All right, there. Now we can play with these. Oh, yeah. And I think I'm just going to put this one on. Although now I want to see what that would look like. That's actually really cool. Oh, my goodness. That is so funny. Why am I enjoying this so much? That is just so neat. But I really am. It looks like a zipper. That is cool. Look at the difference. A circle with a circle, the circle inside a square, and then just the square with a zigzag square on inside. That is just so cool. I'm really liking this. All right, so do I want to do this? Or do I want to just do half of it? I'm thinking I want to do this again. That's funny for the squares. All right, I'm going to go for it. Then I need to find 2 more strips. Are there 2 strips in here that I can do? They need to be wide enough. I do have 2 of these, but that's not wide enough. Okay, so I need blue. Blue is right here. Let's see what we've got in here. That'll work, unless I've got some skinny ones done already. Ooh, there's a skinny one. Oh, gosh. Wow, that matches. I know I've got a couple of those. A couple pieces like that. If I cut that in half, would that be wide enough? I bet it would, and that matches so much better. I'm going to try that. Let's see. This came off of my mother sent me a dream catcher. And this was the background of it, of the dream catcher. Okay, half an inch. Yes, there is definitely enough room to do that. That is perfect. Okay, and then we've got this piece that I can use on the inside. So, will this be wide enough? And that will go on there. And then, yes, it will. Alrighty then. Yay me. Cool beans. All right, so let's get these on. And I want this one over there. Let's do it again. Whenever I see edgings like this, then I try to keep them to use them as borders on cards. Yep. That is really pretty. Okay, then we'll put this one on one. Perfect. Okay, and then put that up a little. There, all right. Nice. Get that little back rub. Lay that down flat. Perfect. All right, then we gotta put this one on and the other one. This is a fun idea. I'm liking this. Oh, gurgle, gurgle. Here my stomach starts going again. Every time, but that's okay. That looks pretty just like that too. But that looks really cool. All right, let's get this glued and put this one on. Yep. Perfect. Alrighty, turn that over. Give that a little back rub. That is just so cool. Alrighty. Now I'm thinking maybe something. Oh yeah, I'm going to put this on the inside. Maybe something red or orange. Orange would be gorgeous. Yeah, let's put this on the inside. There it is. Straighten that out. Alrighty, I like that. Okay, so let's look at the orange and see what we've got. What do we have in here and here? Or do I want to use that? That matches. Well, we will see. Ooh, just for you. Why is that in here? That's not supposed to be in here, but boy, does that match. Ha! I am so using that. Alrighty. Now I know why it was in here, because it was an accident to be found. Perfect. And this matches perfect. All right, that needs to be 3D'd up though. So I can do that. Perfect. I found a new way to use frames. That is so exciting. Yep. Just for you. Isn't that pretty? I like that. And the inside is done too. Perfect. Alrighty. Now let's work with the biggest ones down to the smallest. So we'll use this one. And that will have to be trimmed, but that's okay. No problem. Let's trim this down a wee bit. Now do 5 1/4. That should work. Very good. Then we can put this piece on the inside. Oh, and I didn't check the width. Oh, the width is fine, except for I want it to be a little bit thinner. Butler, come here. Come here. I'm right here. I don't want to go downstairs. He's sitting at the top of the steps looking at me. What? I don't want to go out there. I want to stay in here. Alrighty, let's get some glue on this and then we can glue that down. This glue, I found another box of glue sticks and they were partially dried out. They were still soft to the touch, but they were like not able to be used the way they were. So, and it was a big double pack. It was a 60 pack. So I had to, and I had half the box left. So I had to actually go through and with 30 tubes, open them up and put some water in them and just let them stand up like that overnight. And that worked. Yep. It's funny because that just sucks all that water up and then you're able to use it again. I'm so glad I found them now rather than later when they were shriveled up hard. That would have been very disappointing because that was such a good deal that time when I got those. Yep. It was a special deal from Amazon at the time because I usually buy the 30 packs. And they said if I ordered within so many minutes, then I could have this double pack for the same price. And I was like, ooh, I will so do that. So I clicked on it, and it was right after I had bought a 30 pack too. But I thought that's okay. It's just glue sticks. I can use those up. That is pretty. Oh, and I can use one of these. Yes. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I like that. Alrighty. Then we got to cut it off and put another piece of it up down here or on the inside of the card. Whatever we cut off. That is pretty. Do I want to cut it there? I think I'm just going to put it right there. Okay, let's use this nice big one. That is a great idea. Purdy, purdy, purdy. Okay, put that on there. And then we'll trim this off and put that on the inside. No. Put it down there. Why not? All right. It'll just look like another one hanging off the page. All right. So now I need some words to put on here. Let's see. Let's see, what are these big tall ones? Oh, let's see. Instead of lean and funky, I should pull this over and look at it. All right. Oh, that's an idea. Thinking of you. Thank you for being you. I love that one. Happy birthday just for you. I could do that one. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Just for you. Yep, yep, yep. All right, just need to trim it down on either side. Sometimes when they're sitting around for a little bit and not being used right away, then you got to trim all four sides off because they get kind of beat up. So that way it gives you a fresh look. Oh yes, that's pretty. Or you know what? I'm going to put it right here. There you go. That is a good idea. All right, let's 3D this up. Is there more right here? Yes, there are. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alrighty. Just for you. That is pretty. I like that. Oh, Barbara, these are so fun. That is gorgeous paper. Gorgeous butterflies. Yep. Okay, we've got 4 cards. So let me check the time. Oh, perfect. 44 minutes. All right, we've got enough time to make at least one more. So we've got this great big one. Let's see what we can do with this one. Will that fit on there? Yep. All I have to do is just trim it down, and that's okay. So I need a piece of tape to put on there. I've always got little bits and pieces of tape. There. Nice. Alrighty, now I've got to trim this down. That's perfect. That could go on the inside, and then this side needs to be trimmed a little. There, and then we'll check this side. That's pretty paper. I don't know if those are supposed to be coffee beans or just pods of some type, or I don't know. But that's neat looking paper. That should fit on there. Oh, yes. Nice. All right. Let's do this. Alrighty, dighty. Oh, I really hope they can. I know there's a doctor out there somewhere that can do her surgery to help her, my daughter. But I hope it's sooner rather than later. Unless it's not supposed to be being done just yet. That was my first thought. Well, maybe she's supposed to wait. Maybe there's something else that is more pressing than this. And part of this surgery was to go in and explore and see what's going and to confirm the Ehlers-Danlos. So hopefully we can get somebody else to jump on board and do that. Oh, that's perfect. I can put one on the top and one on the bottom. Nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Ta-da! Alrighty. That's pretty. That's got to have flowers or butterflies on it. That's really pretty. Alrighty. Looking at this one going, that is so pretty. That does match. That was some flowers, maybe. I like the idea of that. Oh, let's see. These are so pretty. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. That's pretty. She is more precious than rubies. I love that. That's really pretty. Alrighty, so this, I would need something brown. So let's get the brown bag. Brown, 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 and let's see what we have in there. We have a fence. We could do a fence with something in there. Oh, I've got some golden butterflies. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm wondering if I put a piece of that down the center. Nah. Nope, don't like that. Postcard. That's so pretty. Oh. I'm in awe of your many talents. That's pretty. People. A barrel of monkeys. A piggy. I don't think I'm going to find something because I've been pulling stuff out that was put together already. But that's okay. What's this? That is so cute. Such a cute little picture. Alrighty, I'm thinking maybe I should just do some words and flowers. Or butterfly. Let's see. Ooh, let's get the leaves first. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. These were in the drawer, just thrown in there. That would be pretty. I'd have to take it apart, but that would be pretty. Alrighty. There, that's got to go down there. And this would have to be snipped off and placed back in there. That's pretty. And then leaves. That's pretty. Oh, there's another one that's like that. I'd rather them both be the same or similar. That one's bigger. Yep. Put the smaller one up there and the bigger one down here. Come on. Get off of there. Okay. So that could go there. This one would go down here. That's really pretty. All right, I'm going to do that. So let's put this on there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Nice, okay. Then this needs to go down. And I'm wondering if I want to put another flower in there or just go ahead and put this middle in there. Well, first things first, I've definitely got to get this glued down, that's for sure. So let's use tacky glue. All right. There, turn that over and put that on there like so. There, nice. Now, I might put that on the inside. That would be pretty. All right, let me check my flowers. Nope, that's butterflies. Nope, that's flowers. Blue, these are blue. Oh wait, that's maybe that one. Are there any big blue ones in here? Some bigger ones. That with that on it. That's not quite big enough. I need a bigger one than that. I need one like this size. There is one. Yes. Awesome. So if I put that on there, and then this in the middle, that matches. All right, we're gonna do that. Then I can put some of these little ones on the inside. That'll work. All righty. We've got this. Ta-da! All right, so let's get this blue one down there. And we're gonna need a dollop of glue again. There, and then turn this one over. Put that right in the middle. Nice. And then this. We need another dollop of glue in the center. Squirt. And this is really gonna have to sit for a while, but that's okay. That's pretty. I like that. All right, now I've got to decide what word or something to do on there. I'm picturing these going in, one in each lumpy. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. Yep, I'm doing some new tricks today. Isn't that pretty? That's nice. I think I do like that there. Okay, so I've got to turn these over and get some glue on them and then put them on there. That will be pretty. All right, nice. My cat's following my husband around, meowing at him. He's, what? What do you want? And yes, I say my cat because it's my cat. This is pretty. I'm liking this. That is really cool. Whoops, you get back on there and you dry right there. Oh, I can feel it's getting more and more sticky. That's perfect. Okay, now these can go on the inside, so I'll save those. And these can go back in the bag. Sticky fingers. All right, that is pretty. Now I need little gems for inside there. This can be put away. Little baby gems. All righty. These ones right here. Unless I can find some that would match. Do I have yellow? Which I do. Nope, all the itty bitty ones are gone. Do I have another one? I have those, but that wouldn't be as... Those ones would work, although I'd rather have yellow or a lighter color. Nope. Purple, no. It would have to be blue or silver, so I think I'm just gonna that would match. You know what? I'm going to just use those. I don't need the little dinky tiny ones. I can do those, and I'd rather use those than stick everyone on separately. These are already pre-stuck, so that's a better idea. This way I can just pick them and stick them. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. That is so pretty. It makes it look so elegant and dainty looking. That is really pretty. I am pleased with that. Okay, now let's get some bling in the middle of these. So I can put these on the inside. I just need 2 small ones and 1 big one. Whoop. There you go, and then one big one. Voila. Perfect. All right. So now, can I do that without dropping those? If I do it up in the corner, I can. All right, let's do this. Oh, that is so pretty. I'll show you in just a minute. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness, okay. And then I can put this away, and I can put this away. Oh yeah, I was gonna put that on the inside, but I don't think I really need it right now. All right, this is good. And then these can go back in the drawer, and these can go back in the drawer. Alrighty. And here, whoops, that goes back over there with this flower in this drawer. I'm gonna put it back where it belongs. Alrighty. There, then I need a little word. So let me show you that on the inside. Isn't that pretty? That looks so nice. All right, then I need a word to go right here. So we could do just for you, but that would be kind of big unless I cut it. But I've got some smaller ones. We're thinking of you. What are these ones? Thinking of you. Yes, that's better. And those are already cut small. That would be perfect. Okay, we will use that one. Yes, we will. Let's get some glue on this. Ooh, put that away before we do stabby stabby. Alrighty, come on. Right there. That'll work. All right, so now let's spread these out and show you. That's awesome. I have 3 frames left. Very good. I'm actually impressed. All right, so here's this one. Isn't that pretty? And there's the inside. Okay, and then we've got this one. And that's the inside. Then we've got this one. And that's the inside. I like that one least. That's my least favorite one, but that's okay. And that's this one. I think these are my 2 favorites. And then this one, although I love that one. Oh, I think my favorite is this one. This one, this one, then this one. So do you have a favorite? If you do, let me know in the comments. That's always fun to hear. And I hope you enjoyed our, excuse me, our happy hour today. So, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.